I just hunted a $50 box and found a ton of silver. Can we get that luck in 10,000 pennies? Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today, 10,000 pennies are on the board and ready to be searched. All of these boxes have already been opened. To my knowledge, I only checked the first 10 in each box. They do not have any wheat or better endos, but they are all circulated cents. I'm going to start off with box 1, 2, 3, 4, in that order. So box 1, get that down here. And you can see the endos on roll 1 for this. They aren't all copper, so I doubt that it will have much copper, but they are not, so brand new. So, I don't really know what else to say. So, let's get right into the hunt. Box number 1, roll number 2. Canadian before wheat. Looks 70s or 80s. And it's pretty close to 1980. 1979. First Canadian on the board. We got a wheat penny in roll 4. This one looks to be 40s or 50s, and it definitely, I don't want to say definitely, but it probably is. Never be too, actually, I don't know. The wheel's a bit worn down a bit. 36, it's damaged, but it's an earlier wheat cent. That's a great way to have the first wheat cent of the hunt. And who knows what else we can find. Roll 7. We got a wheat sandwich. Right here, you have a 54 minted in Denver. And one coin apart from that is going to be a second wheat of roll 7. 1953. Minted in Philadelphia. Awesome. Roll number 11 on box 1. And we got a wheat cent. 2 coins in the end. This one's in pretty nice shape, so it's probably going to be 50s. 55 out of Denver. 4th wheat penny on the board. Doing next roll, so we got roll number 12. And I spotted this coin right here. Pulled it down. 1950. Minted in Denver. Another find on the board. Roll number 26. We got in the wheat penny. This one's a bit worn. 1952. Minted in Denver. Box 1, roll 39. And we have the second Canadian of the hunt. This one, 1981. Not in very good shape, but whatever. Second Canadian of the hunt. Roll 42. We have ourselves another wheat cent right in the middle of the roll. Reverse facing. This one's going to be another 1953. Minted in Philadelphia. Roll number 46. We got another wheat penny. This one, 1956, Philadelphia. On the board. Roll number 48, and I think we're going to have our last wheat cent of box 1. This one's going to be another 1953, minted in Philadelphia. Well, looks like I was wrong. Roll 50, we got another wheat cent. Pulled down the edge, 1958, minted in Denver. See you on the wrap up for box 1. Well, box 1 of 4 is done, and we got some pretty good finds. 2 Canadians, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 wheat cents, including an oldie. Without further ado, let's get these pushed aside and get ready to open up box 2. Box 2, roll 2. I saw that right there. 1942, minted in Philadelphia, sitting in the roll. First wheat's in the box, and first 40s of the hunt. Box 2, roll 6. First Canadian in the second box. This one looks more modern, just a bit. 1998. First Canadian of the second box. Hole number 6. I almost missed this one. Few coins in the end. We got a wheat cent right here. A little bit damaged. 1957. Minted in Philadelphia. Hole number 10. We got a wheat cent. 1958. Denver minted. And I'm pretty sure that this is a wheat cent too. It is. 1956. Also Denver. Box 2, roll 12. And we got a wheat cent. This one could be old. $19.20, minted in Philadelphia. First old wheat cent of box number 2. Roll 25. We got another wheat cent. 1956. Minted in Denver. Roll number 29. It's not a wheat cent. I was going through the roll, and there was a nice looking, very nice looking actually, copper edge. And I thought it would just be a 60s. And I pulled it down, and it was a beautiful 59 Denver. Now, I typically don't call these out, but this one is just an oddly great shape, so it will be a find. Same roll, and I missed a wheat cent. 2 coins from the endo. This one's going to be 1948. Second 40s of the hunt and second 40s of the box. Good find. We are on roll 43, and this one is loaded. This end, we get a 1945 Philadelphia wheat cent. We move down the roll till we find the Canadian. Pull it down to a young head with a bit of luster. This one's going to be a 1961. We keep moving. There's this one, which is a 58 Denver minted wheat penny. 2 wheats and a young head. That's a good roll. Well, guys, box 2 is a wrap, and we got some good stuff. Earliest find in the box was a 1920 wheat penny, accompanied by a bunch of other wheats. Then we have a beautiful 1959 minted in Denver, 2 Canadians, one of which is a young head, in not so bad shape. Again, we'll take all these, move pile from 1 over, cut the pile from number 2 right here, and get ready for box number 3. Roll number 8, first find of box 3. We got a wheat cent. Looks nice. This one's going to be 1950 Philadelphia. A little bit harder to find, but not quite a semi-key date. Alright, next roll, so roll number 9. And I opened it up. We got a 1955 Denver minted wheat cent. Back. Second wheat cent of box 3. We had a little jump. Now we're on roll 18. And we have a third wheat cent. This looks pretty nice. It's got some even wear. And it's going to be a 1946 first 40s of box 3. Again, next roll, so roll 19. And we got our first Canadian. This one is reverse facing, 1997. First Canadian on the board. Roll 21. And a burnt looking wheat cent. This one's a 1958 with an interesting reverse. It's like a silvery shiny. But yeah, 58 Denver. Another wheat cent on the board. Roll number 22. We got ourselves a second Canadian. This one's got some tarnish spots on it. Reverse facing, 1984. Second Canadian in the box. Very next roll, so roll number 45, and we have ourselves another wheat penny. Middle of the roll. This looks pretty nice. And it's going to be a 1941 Philadelphia. First 41 on the board, and probably going to be the earliest one of this box. Roll number 47, and we have a wheat sandwich. We got a 1957D right there. And another wheat cent here. This one's going to be a 1944D. On the next find, or at the end of this box, I will report to you if this is a D over S or not. So I'll put that one right here, check, and put this one up here on the board. Roll 48 in this box does not want to die. It's pumping out stuff. We got a foreign Canadian. This looks pretty new, 1996. Third Canadian in the box. And to get back to you on the 44D, I honestly can't tell. It has some hints of it. If I put it under the microscope and get it positioned for you guys real quick. Get that positioned so you can see the mint mark really well. Okay, alright. So I put the camera up to this. I don't know if that is or if I just want to see it, but let me know in the comments because that could be the D over S. But I'm not sure. On to the next find or the end of the box. Well, that's a wrap for box 3. We got a bunch of Canadians, a really nice 1961 Denver that I found in a roll but didn't put you guys in for, a bunch of wheat cents, the 44D that I think, yeah, I don't really know for this one. So I'm going to stack them all up, and then when I'm done with this, bring you guys box number 4. Finish stacking. Put those up here with the other 2. Get out box 3. And bring in box number 4. Starting off early with box number 4. We're on roll 2, and we already have ourselves a wheat cent. This one is at the end-ish. Flip it over. 1955 Philadelphia. It's in pretty nice shape. It's got some turning on it. I can check for the smaller DDO in a bit. Good first find. A few rolls later, we're on roll number 5, and we have our first foreign of box 4. So every box will have at least one foreign. This one is a 1999 Canadian. Roll 10. Got another wheat cent. This one also looks nice. 1951 Vincent in Philadelphia. Not bad. Roll 18. Halfway through, we got ourselves the wheat penny. 1947 Philadelphia Mint. First 40s on the board. Very next roll. Another wheat penny. You can tell by the top. This one is a 1956 minted in Philadelphia. Wheat penny, number 4. We went a while without finding anything, but we're on roll number 42, and we finally have another wheat cent. Hope this one's good. Could be 40s, and it is. It's earlier, 1940. Is that a mint mark, or is that just some junk on there? I think that's just junk or tarnish or whatever, but it does look like the date has been polished a little bit, which is kind of weird how the rest of it isn't. I mean, you can see that's not the light. If I change my perspective, it stays there, a little gleam, but whatever. Yeah, 1940, oldest wheat cent in the box so far, and an oldie. Well, box 4 is done, and that seems to have been the least eventful box of the whole hunt. And to be honest, I'm kind of disappointed with the total outcome. We searched 10,000 pennies, and we didn't find anything less than 1920. We didn't find any big foreigns that aren't Canadian. We didn't find any even dimes in the rolls. I'm slightly disappointed, but all that aside, I will get the big wrap-up all set up and bring you guys in when that's done. The final wrap-up is here, and do we have a big thing to go over. So at top, we have 3 old wheat cents. We got a 1920, a 1936, and a 1940. So I do classify the 40s as older wheat cents, but 41s, not so much. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. 28 wheat cents in 4 boxes. Well, actually, plus these 3 gets you 31. But still, I was kind of hoping for more than that. Either way, still plenty of wheat cents, so I can't really complain. But we do have a great variety of them, ranging all the way from 20 to 58 Denver, which is the latest minted. So, I do want to talk about a few of these specifically. The 44D, I looked at a lot more and confirmed it is not the error. Then we have the super nice 55, which has no doubling on the date. I wish it did though, because it'd be a great specimen, but it's not. Then 3 super nice ones. We have a 59, a 60, and a 61. These 2 are Denver. The 60 is not. Now, I was debating whether I should put the 59 here or in the pile with the rest of the 59s, but it's really nice and it's copper, so I figured I'd just put it here anyway. Then we have a large amount of Canadians for this box, for these boxes. 61, the only young head of the hunt. 79, 81, 84, and then 96 to 99, because this is 97 and 98, so I found that kind of odd. And then we have another 5 59s, so that's 6 59s in total, and 4 of those are Denver, this one also being pretty nice. That's a lot of stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one, when we'll be hunting $50.